Today I'd say that there are a lot of cutting-edge corporate development shops that are very eager to think about the future. But for the most part, believe it or not, email is the thing people are most comfortable with thinking about moving away from their own data center up into the cloud. So you have to find a little bit more of the progressive corporate development shops inside of certain companies that are really thinking very, very heavily about exactly what you said. How does our dev platform change? And hey, give me things, give me tools, come on, where are the tools, where are the services that I can build on? Right now, the conversations we have, people are really comfortable with mail, and then everything else they start to get a little bit skittish about. And even mail, of course, some companies are like, you're out of your mind if you think our mail is going to go in your data center. We want it in our data center. Thank you very much. So I think mail is sort of easiest for people, but then you find those mavericks, those real progressive developers, and of course we try to talk with them a lot so they can understand what we're thinking and give us feedback. One of the main things that they look at is what's the total cost of ownership for running a service? How much is it costing me to run notes every year? And then let me consider what the subscription price is of this product. And you really have to add up the licensing cost of the software, the hardware, and the maintenance of the hardware, and then the people cost of running something on premise. And when customers do that math, and then they look at the subscription price for an online service, that's what they end up weighing off. And as I said, some companies are really good at running their own stuff. And so they look at the subscription and they think, I like the option of not buying, again. I like the option of basically buying whenever there's something really exciting to buy, and so they'll stick with that. Other customers just say, nope, I know I want to be on this platform long term, and I'm happy to have that subscription fee as part of my ongoing expenditures. So I think it's a customer by customer decision. We also have seen some companies say to us, there's a huge energy company that we've worked really closely with who's incredible at running Exchange, and they've said to us, we're going to keep Exchange in our data center, but when we do a major acquisition, or when we do some big project in a faraway part of the world where we don't have infrastructure, we will put all of those people on Exchange Online. So they'll do both Exchange on-premise, which they can run really cheaply, and they'll use the subscription service as a temporary way for, hey, there's a project where we have 150 people way over there, and we don't have any connectivity and any bandwidth. So those 150 people will subscribe for a year to Exchange Online, so they can be part of the corporate network. Or we just bought a company someplace and they're using some other system. We're going to get them on Exchange right away by just putting them up on Exchange Online, and then over time bringing them into the Exchange server. So this again goes back to why we think our approach is better than a services-only approach, because a lot of customers are going to mix and match. It's not going to be a one play only. I can't give you the price. I know you're asking for the price. I'm not going to. In a year, we might have a good number that we'd be able to say. In general, those types of things vary from company to company so much that anytime you do the average, it becomes a very inaccurate number, because that energy company will tell you that they're using it in a very specific way. Coca-Cola Enterprises will say, hey, we're going to save this much money. So I think we have to do it on a customer case study by case study example, as opposed to coming up with a general statement of, overall, customers will save this much, because it doesn't ring true to customers when they read that, so we typically stay away from it.